Hello everyone. Alright, I'm just doing a quick little stream because I did not want to just leave without streaming, honestly. I'm kind of sad, I guess. I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to stream for a week, so I just wanted to do one last stream before I leave. But it probably won't be very long because I am procrastinating packing. I have not packed yet, so yeah. Also, I don't know how my audio levels are because I was recording something before, and so I messed with the audio levels to do that. Black Emerald, hello! How are you today? How are you doing? And let me know how the audio is because, like I said, I was playing around with it. Levels sound good? Okay, thank you. But yeah, how's it going? Are you having a good day, morning, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in? It's actually getting kind of late by me. It's almost 9 p.m. I have my suitcase sitting out. I need to pack it. We'll see. I really need to because I'm leaving at 9:30 a.m. So almost 12 hours from now. I'm doing alright too. I had a pretty easy day, honestly. Lots of things that I was working offline so that I have some content for while I'm away. But other than that, I didn't really have much to do, so it was very much a relaxed kind of day for me and just working on making content. That was about it. It's also the one day out of the week that I don't have to get up super early. I think I get up at 9:30 on Tuesdays, so that's sleeping late for me these days, unfortunately. So that's nice at least. But yes, it's okay. It's a pretty bad tradition, but it's pretty much a tradition that I have whenever I have to take a trip or whenever I'm going back to my parents' house. I wait until the last second to pack. Yeah, I am, yeah. I'm in good old EST. That's why I post my schedule primarily in EST, and if I tweet when I'm going live, I say EST because gosh, time zones are so hard for my brain to comprehend, honestly. And that's coming from someone who's had a lot of online friends in their life. So I would sometimes message them and be like, huh, where are they? And then it's oh wait, it's actually 3 a.m. for them. And on the flip side of that, sometimes I'd be texting them and they're responding, and then all of a sudden it dawns on me that it's 4 a.m., go to sleep. But yeah, time zones always mess with my brain. See, that really does mess with it though, daylight savings, because then as soon as you memorize it, it gets messed up. Because for a little bit, I have, one of my really good friends lives in a different country, and for a while, I had our time difference memorized. Oh my gosh, hey Blitz. I did have our time zone difference memorized, and now I don't actually know with daylight savings if we're off at all or if I'm off at all in my thinking. So see, I think that the US is supposed to be getting rid of it just as a whole or something. I read something about that a few years back, honestly, because I remember my sister sending a link for an article, and I really thought that they were getting rid of it, but it's still here. UK is 5 hours ahead of you? Yeah, because a lot of a lot of my internet friends were just like 6 hours ahead of me, and so that was pretty easy because it was the majority of them. And there was a few that were like 3 hours off or something, but it was kind of like easy because pretty much everyone was 6 hours, so it was kind of easy math then. Once I figured one out, I figured them all out. No, literally, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Also, honestly, the whole like get an hour of sleep, lose an hour of sleep, it makes no difference. Like, honestly, by the time I go to bed on any given day, it doesn't make all that much difference. But I do feel like I of course feel it more when you like quote unquote lose the hour. I like honestly just like go to bed earlier, and I feel like you'd technically beat that. Like go to bed at like an hour earlier than you normally would. And then I think it would just even out. I'm pretty sure. It also took me, I think probably this year is the first year that I actually remembered which it is, because it's fall back and spring ahead. And I've known that saying for like a really long time now, but I think it only just stuck this year. So honestly, I think that's the sign that they should get rid of it, because as soon as I start getting the hang of something, they'd probably want to get rid of it. But I feel like at very least they should, you know, start phasing it out if that's actually a thing. If they're actually getting rid of it, just start phasing it out already. Oh my gosh. No, it is confusing. It is confusing. I honestly just hate that it's like dark at like 4:30 now. I'll be going outside. And I eat dinner early. I eat dinner pretty early. I eat like 5:30 is kind of the latest that I ever eat dinner when I'm on my own. And I go outside and it's already pitch black and it feels like midnight and I hate it. I mean, sometimes I'm like getting back to my house for the day. And hi Kwachi, hello, how are you today? Oh, did you guys see? I have like little alerts set up now. I just figured out how to do that. I'm slowly learning. Oh my gosh, we hit my goal. We hit my goal of 20 followers. Chi for short? Okay, hi Chi, I'm good today. I'm good. Guys, I hit my goal and I said on Twitter, I think I said it on stream too, that if I hit the goal before the end of the year, that I would bark live on stream. Do you guys actually want that? Is that something you would actually like me to do? You're better than yesterday? That's good. It's always good to be on an upward trend. That's how I like to look at it. Silver lining. I try to find the silver lining. I do. Sure, embarrassing. You're cool either way. You know what? Actually, none of my roommates are here, so I guess if I'm gonna do it, now would be the time. Listen, it was like 1 a.m. and I was like, gay fish, but real. Gay, real. It was like 1 a.m. and I was like, what's a thing I could do when I hit my goal? And I was just like, I don't know, bark. And then I tweeted it and I was like, damn. All right, I'll do it. This is so cringe. I hate it because I'm like, oh, I don't care about cringing. And then I cringe at myself. There we go. I did it. That's what we're getting. That's what we're getting. I actually haven't seen Bleach. That's like an ongoing thing on this channel, is that I haven't seen like any of like the like big anime. So Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, and then Dragon Ball. Like, I haven't done any of them. Okay, I'm gonna look her up right now. Yoruichi? Okay. Alright, sorry, I just totally got distracted. My roommate texted me, Yoruichi Bleach. This is why I don't look at my phone during streams, I get. God, I wish I was that hot. I wish I was as hot as Yoruichi. Gosh darn. Well, listen. I'm gonna start thinking that I'm her because she's hot. I feel feelings. That's, yep. Oh, I watch a lot of anime, actually. I watch a lot of, newer things, though, because I think I tried, or at least when I was first starting to watch it, I was trying to watch a lot of the things that were popular at the time, just because like that's what most people knew, so that's what most people were recommending, what most people were talking about. Technically, I think, except like I'm not actually sure which I saw first, Ouran High School Host Club or Pokemon, but I like to say that Ouran is my first one, just because I'm pretty sure technically it is. But that was like before I actually was like into anime and watching it regularly. See, I don't know Bad Thinking Diary either. I know a lot of the newer ones. I know a decent number of names of the older ones. Yep, an Ouran person. I actually watched it again about a year ago, and I realized just how many of the jokes went over my head when I was younger. And it was crazy because my sibling actually watched it after me, and they would reference things, and I'm like, what are you on? That did not happen. What are you talking about? That wasn't a thing. And then I watched it again, and I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it. Now it all makes sense. Yeah. I think it's manhua. I don't know exactly how to spell it either, but I think it's manhua. Unless that one's Chinese. Honestly, I'm not sure. I get confused between the two. Actually, I haven't really read any Korean manga or Chinese even. I think I also don't remember the name for Korean animation. I've seen like one Korean animated show, and that's Lookism, and it was so good, and I really wanted to get another season because I don't want to have to read the entire webtoon. Honestly, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to read the entire thing. And then also, with Lookism, I'm pretty sure that in the English webcomic, they gave them like Americanized names, and I just don't know that mentally I can do that, because I think the main character was called like Daniel or something, and I'm like, what? It was like whiplash for me, because that's like, maybe it'd be fine now because I didn't just like immediately watch the show, but I was so confused when I was looking stuff up, and I'm like, who the heck is Daniel? That's just such a basic name. That's such a basic name, Daniel. God of High School? Okay, that one actually sounds familiar. I've definitely heard that name before. Yeah, I think when I first actually got like into anime, so not when I was younger and watched Ouran, once I actually was like really into it. Promised Neverland, I think was my first. I'm in Love with the Villainess is on my list. Super old school anime, so like Dragon Ball and Bleach and stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of other old ones. I really like this style of like 90s animation. Like, I love when people do fan art in that style. It's so pretty. Sailor Moon, I saw the reboot of Sailor Moon. I want to watch the original because a friend told me that one's actually better, even though it has a lot of filler. Is it available on Hulu? If it's available on Hulu, I have access to it now, but back when I watched the new version of Sailor Moon, I didn't have access to it, to like the old one to watch it. So that's like another thing that's on my list. The issue with my list is that it's so long and I don't have a lot of time. Actually, I'm not even watching any anime right now. It's been a minute since I watched any anime. The last animated thing I watched was Castlevania, however you say it. And that's not even, it's anime inspired, but it's technically Western animation. And then I watched live action One Piece, which is kind of anime, but not really. It was really good. If you haven't seen the live action One Piece, I recommend. I literally don't even have the words. I was like enthralled by it the entire time. Yeah, Kuma Bear. No, I haven't even actually heard of that one. Is that another older one? I think, yeah. So I think Promised Neverland was the first one I watched when I was starting to get into anime, and then My Hero Attack on Titan, but I haven't seen the last, like, 2 parts of that. JJK, I haven't seen the new season. Actually, okay, so my sibling and I just went in on a Crunchyroll subscription. So, like, we're doing half and half, so I pay for one half of the year, they pay for the other half. So I can finally watch a lot of the things that I'm behind on or didn't previously have access to. Kuma Kuma Bears You 2020 anime? Okay, alright, hold on. I'm gonna write it down. I'm actually just gonna type it into my search browser, and then when I open it later, I'll remember to actually look at what it is. Okay. Okay, perfect. It's there. Okay. Yeah, but my list is probably like 9 or 10 pages long. And I mean, honestly, I just cross out the things on the list. So some of that is stuff that I've watched. So maybe without the things I've watched, it might be like an 8-page long list. And I just don't have that much time in my day. Mutica? Like, from My Hero? Oh, I like her. She's a girl boss. I love a girl boss. Also, buff women? Buff women? Yes, that's a must. You're bad at judging anime based on its opening. I feel like Your Forger? Okay, I'm not in love with her, but I want to be adopted by the Forger family. See, I was watching Spy Family with my sister once, and pretty much at the same time, she goes like, where do I find a man like Lloyd Forger? And I go, how to get adopted by Lloyd Forger? So I want to be in the Forger family. And then actually my sister does have a boyfriend now, and he's literally going to be at Thanksgiving, so I should come back with some stories at least, if nothing else. If nothing else, my trip should yield some stories. Yeah, Yor is a good mom. That show is so wholesome. That's literally one of my favorite shows ever, not gonna lie. It just has such good vibes, and I need good vibes. I think I'm a couple of episodes behind right now. I think I'm a couple of episodes behind. Maybe only one. But I read the manga for Spy Family, but I purchased the actual volumes. I don't read it online, so I'm behind with that too, but I'm ahead of the anime. So, it's like, I know what's gonna happen, but I still absolutely love watching it, because it's just, I don't know, it's cute to see it actually brought to life. Yeah. No, real, I, over the summer, got, like, I think 2 new, smallish, bookcases. And between all the manga and figures that I have, and plushies, because some of them live on my shelves, I'm like, I've already filled out most of that space. And I just got more, so it's like, ugh. It's like, and then once that's filled up, I really don't have any more room to squeeze in more shelves. Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that she was going on maternity leave. I tend to watch the Japanese dubs. I literally, no shade to English VAs, no shade to people who watch in English. I just personally like the Japanese better. I feel like the voices tend to fit better, and honestly, it's not even the VA's fault sometimes with English. It's the way that it's localized and the way that they have to like translate it, I think, to get it to fit in the same amount of time. Like, it just feels a little unnatural sometimes to me. So that's how I feel. Okay, that's the one thing I always say is comedy lends itself, I think, to the way that the English VA direction is done. So Saiki K, Urmichi Oni-san, and I haven't personally seen it, but I think it was called like Ghost Stories. A friend told me the English dub of that was really funny, but I actually really, really love Saiki K. It's probably in my top 5. I've been thinking about rewatching it for months now, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I was literally, actually I literally don't know why earlier, but like I don't know, like half an hour before I streamed or something, I was really just standing in my room and I went, I love Saiki K. I literally don't remember what prompted that. I guess I was thinking about the show. Oh, I do remember. It was that I remembered why. A song that I was listening to said like yare yare, which is like what Psyche always says. Hi Nana the Digimon, welcome. Thank you for following. Thank you. But I love that one. I tend to lean towards either fantasy or slice of life for my genres. You do either. Honestly, good for you. Good for you, because then you have options. Komi Can't Communicate is so cute. Do you know if there's another season coming? Because there was only 2 seasons so far, right? I love that one. That one's adorable. And I'm the kind of person who, like, I'm probably gonna like queer ships over, like, het ships, but, however, they're cute. They're straight and they're cute. It's not that I'm not against straight ships. I'm not against straight ships. But to me, like, everything is BL. To me, everything is BL, I'll be honest. And everything can be BL if you squint hard enough. But no, Komi and, oh my gosh, literally what is the male protagonist's name in Komi Can't Communicate? Because I'm blanking because I haven't seen it in a minute. But they're so cute together. It's something with a T, I think. I don't know. I actually did try Laid Back Camp. I was having trouble getting into it. It's one that my sibling really likes, though, so I may go back to it at some point. Tadano! Yes, that's it. That is it. Okay, controversial take. I don't like Black Butler. Actually, don't know if that's a controversial take, but I've only seen people who love it. I tried it. It was not for me. It was not for me. I don't know. I really tried. Especially because I don't know if the new season came out or if it's still coming out soon or what. But it was also weird because my friend had started watching it around the same time, and neither of us knew that the other had started it. I think she finished it. I didn't even finish season 1. It was like every time I started to feel like a little bit invested, I feel like the plot just changed or the plot started lagging. It's on my list. Actually, I do enjoy a good sports anime because first of all, I said everything is BL to me. That very much includes sports anime. It's just so easy. The way they act towards the sport and then subsequently towards each other, like, it's so easy. So that one is on my list and has been for a while, but I haven't watched it yet. More often than not, if I watch a sports anime, I'm watching it with my sibling. I don't think I've really watched many, if any, by myself. The only one that I would probably watch by myself now is Haikyuu, because I've already seen it like 2 or 3 times, and I fucking love it. My favorite underrated anime? Is Romantic Killer underrated? If that one's underrated, I'm gonna say that one. And I feel like it is underrated because I don't see that many people talk about it. If I see someone talk about it, they're very passionate about it, and they very much love it, as they should, because it's so good. Please go watch Romantic Killer. It's probably not gonna get a 2nd season. I want it to. I really do. Skip Beat. Oh, that sounds vaguely familiar. I might be thinking of something else. Or I might have seen it, honestly, in a bookstore if it has a manga, because, like, sometimes I just browse the manga section with nothing in mind, and I just look at literally every single title. Fair enough. It's a very specific genre of humor, and that genre of humor is tailored perfectly towards me. You have Anzu, who's, like, pretty much, like, okay, low-key, I think she very much reads like she's on the Arrow Ace spectrum, and I'm on that spectrum. So her not being that interested in romance, especially in high school, did not care. I did not care in high school really that much if I had a significant other. So that, and then the Otome game humor, I love Otome games, so, like, that again is very me. The way Anzu behaves is just, in a lot of ways, so me. that it's like, it's so catered to me. It's so catered to me specifically. So that's why I love it. It does have a manga, yeah. I think I might have heard of Skip Beat from the manga. I might have seen it there because, like I said, it sounds familiar. Like, I'm not picturing anything, so it's very possible I just saw it on the shelf. See, I don't do that. I try to be selective because I like to have whole series. So I'll start one or two at the same time and then try to just get the full series. And then if I get to a point where I can't find the next volume, or like any of the ones I'm reading, they don't have the next volume in the store, then I'll start another one or two. That's Tall Hot Vampire Lady from Resident Evil, right? I've never played Resident Evil. I think she's hot. I love a tall woman. Tall women are beautiful. Women in general? Gorgeous. That is the word I'm gonna go with. I love women. I love women. I love men too. I do also love men, but women? Sorry. Women? I'm just saying. Recently, I've really just wanted a woman to hold my hand. I'm gonna be honest. I see so many hot women in my day-to-day. It's crazy. It's crazy, honestly. But yeah, it's so weird the saying, don't judge a book by its cover, because like, obviously I understand what it means, but that's like also the entire point of book covers, is to grab your attention, to make you want to buy the book. You're literally supposed to be doing that, not gonna lie. You're essentially judging these people on how well they did their job. Is this catching my eye? The thing that always happens when I go to buy manga though, I pick up about 5 different books, and then they're all like about like a vampire romance, and then I get none of them. I go with something entirely different every single time. It's a full-blown pattern at this point. And the last time I was in the bookstore with my mom, I said that. I was like, I'm very drawn to the aesthetic of all of these vampire manga, and I simply just never get them. Your first manga? That's so hard. That's so hard. There's so many. I don't know. I feel like you've mentioned like a good variety here. I'm gonna say One Piece, just because it's one of the classic anime. So I'm just gonna go with that completely random guess, honestly. Yeah. What was my first manga, actually? I think my first manga was actually Spy Family. I didn't start reading manga till a couple years ago, I guess. All right, what was it? Because I have all the manga ever. I'm simply never gonna guess. Yeah, I think my first manga ever, though, was Spy Family. I think I started reading it, like, about right before the show came out or something. At the same time, I think I started Moriarty the Patriot, not even knowing that there was an anime for it. Hint the me. What? Is it Psyche K? Psyche K has pink hair. There's lots of anime characters have pink hair, but we did mention Psyche K earlier, so I feel like that's a solid guess. Cowboy Bebop? So my sibling and I have a playlist for anime theme songs, like the absolute weebs that we are. I don't think my sibling would consent to being called a weeb, so I'm sorry, sibling. We're very selective. Even if we like the anime, only the good songs go on. But the Cowboy Bebop theme song is on this playlist, which is why I bring it up, because that's about the only interaction I've really had with Cowboy Bebop. I think it's on my list because when I started watching anime, my sibling had already been watching it for a bit already, and they gave me an entire list of ones that were like, you have to watch these, and I think you'd like these. Those, I think, were like the 2 categories. And I haven't even watched all of the ones that they like mandated I watched, so I guess I got out of that one. Notebook, close right gender. Okay. Pink-haired man. Pink-haired man in a manga. Wait. Doesn't no. Does Food Wars protagonist have pink hair, or is that red hair? I've never actually seen Food Wars. I just know about it. Fairy Tail. Okay, that's another one I've heard of, but don't know. There's a lot of ones that I know the title. And that's about it. I couldn't tell you anything about it, couldn't tell you anything about the characters in it. Fairy Tail, yeah, that's enough. I don't even know, I actually don't know that one's on my list, to be honest, but I've heard of it. I had a long period of time where anytime someone wanted to recommend me anime, I would just hand them my phone with like the note open and then just let them write down a bunch of recommendations. So there's a lot of things on there that I think people didn't necessarily recommend because they thought I would like it, they just really like it. Okay, wait, so pink-haired guy from a 2020 anime. Guys, my brain is literally like, it's like smoking right now. Like I can literally see the smoke coming out of my brain trying to think of this. Guys, I'm so bad at guessing games. I'm so bad at guessing games. Pink-haired anime protagonist boy with the anime in 2020. I feel like I'm also gonna have to give up because I have genuinely no clue. Because you said it was the right gender when I said Psyche K, so it's a boy. That anime only came out in 2020? Hold up, that was only in 2020? I thought it was older than that. I guess that makes sense because it's only on what, like the 2nd season now? Huh. Yeah, you're right, he does have pink hair. See, once I thought of Psyche K Pink, I couldn't not think of that. I couldn't not think of that, like, bright shade. JJK is really good. I haven't seen the 2nd season. The season that's like, I don't know if it's still coming out. It might have ended, but it just came out recently at least. I haven't seen it. Like, I think, like I said a little bit ago, I just got a Crunchyroll subscription so I can watch more things now. But yeah, it is really good. I like it a lot. I was trying so hard to avoid spoilers. I wasn't that successful, honestly. When certain things happened, people were just crazy with not tagging their spoilers at all. There was no attempt being made. Zero. So, I saw some things. I'm honestly not like 100% sure on how things turn out, and that's how I want to be. I want to be uncertain. Your second is one of the big three. Okay, now I have a question. What actually is the big three? Because, like, I think I can think of 4. And I thought the big three was Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece, but then someone said it was Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, and then that Dragon Ball Z was like in a category of its own. So I'm not actually sure what is the technical definition for the big three. Also, why does everything have big three? Because like emo bands also have a big three, or they did back in like the early 2000s. You've been working on a manga anime script? Yo, that's sick. That's sick. I love creative writing. I love creative writing so much. It's been a long time passion of mine. I don't do it as much as I used to, much to my chagrin. But I actually had a idea a little while back that I was like, this would actually be like really good, I think, webcomic. So I gotta find someone who's like, that like I'd work well with that can draw it, because I'm not really a good artist for the most part. Definitely not good enough to do a whole webcomic. Yeah, so but I have an idea. I do have an idea that I'd wanna maybe flesh out. So Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, and Dragon Ball Z is the grandfather. Okay, that's like what the other person said. So Also in my chat. But I hadn't heard that before. I didn't realize Bleach was one of the big three, honestly. But now I know. Now I know. I'm learning my anime history. I'm learning my anime history over here. Save out here. Yeah, it's like, I really want to draw. I've always wanted to draw. So, fun story was that I had art class in, like grade school. And I think it was like a couple years after I'd done some of these drawings, and I was looking at them with my sibling, and we were losing our heads, and it was funny, but also it's like, yeah, I'm really just not good at art, and I've improved, and there was a period of time where I was actually like working towards improving, and now I don't have time for that anymore. I say that so often, I don't have time, and like it's kind of true, because there's just not enough hours in my day to do all the different things that I would want to get better at, so sad but true. Lady Tsunade? I don't even, is that from something that we've discussed already? Because I straight up don't recognize the name. I'm gonna say that I must not think much of her. Oh, okay, it's from Naruto. I haven't seen Naruto. I was like, if it's from something that I've seen, then like, I must not think much of it. I don't remember, but I never heard that name. I didn't know that was this character's name. She's fine, I guess. She's not really doing anything for me, if I'm gonna be honest. She's fine. She's okay. She's a woman, so love women, but I don't think yeah, I just looked her up. Yeah, I don't really have any strong opinions. Like, she's a woman, she's nice, I guess. I don't know, she's fine. I don't know if that's a hot take, but maybe it's her voice that makes her hot. Maybe it's what she says or what she does. But just looking at still images of her, I don't know. She's fine. I have not watched Reincarnated as a Slime. Is it good? Because honestly, like, I've heard the name. 100% I have heard that name. But I don't think I've ever even actually really heard anyone talk about it. Like, I know the name. I've seen the manga, I've seen ads for the anime, and I don't even think I've seen anyone watch it. Really good? Okay, I'll check later. If it's not on my list, I will put it on my list. Konosuba? I don't think I've heard of that one either. Oh, you know what, you asked before about underrated anime. I also don't know if this one is underrated, but Kono Ono Tamare. It was about playing the kodo in like a high school club. It was so good. I cried several times, and it's not that big of a feat to make me cry, if I'm gonna be so for real. I cry like a fair amount at media. Like, if you show me a show, that's such a dumb sentence, but if you show me a show that's even like slightly sad, I'm gonna start crying. Actually, literally, I think like last night or like 2 nights ago, my roommate accidentally made me cry. It was accidentally, but we were looking at plushies on this one website, and she started telling a story about 2 of them, and he was like a beet and a turnip, and she was like, oh, they look like they'd be great friends, they grow up together in a garden, and then like it was like ended with them like getting like separated and like chopped up, and then I started crying. I was like, why would you do that? Kono Ono Tamare, it's KONOTOMARE. I think I did that right. I think that's how you spell that. I hope. Also, I hope I'm actually getting the name right, because even when I was watching it, I kept somehow getting it messed up with like a song. Like, I would merge the two, and the song was like Oto no Naru Hoe? Something like that. Oto no Naru Hoe? Yeah, that was the song. And then Kono Ono Tamare, I'm pretty sure is what the anime was called. But I'd mix up the two, and I would like merge them together. And I was like, this is not correct. This is simply not correct. I just remember, I remember fully like standing in the kitchen of my parents' home with my mother and just like debriefing her on the entire plot of this show, because it was so good. To me personally, it was so good. And no one else I knew had seen it. Like, my sibling had heard of it, but hadn't watched it. See, it's so funny that you ask that. And it's so funny that I'm sitting here singing the praises of the show. Would you believe that I never learned any of the characters' names? I'm pretty sure that the MC, his name started with a K. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure. Hold on. I want to say Kudo, and I just think that's entirely wrong. Okay, wait. It's Kono Oto Tamare. That's what it is. So it's Kono-Oto-Tamare. That's what it is, and I was still getting confused. It is Kudo. Kudo is the main character's name. Chika Kudo. I got something. I got something right. Trust me, I love the show. I was emotional. I have watched My Happy Marriage. In Japanese, I say that very specifically because I walked into my living room and my roommates were watching it one day. It was after I'd already seen it, and they were watching the English dub, and I like lost my marbles laughing. Just like the voices just like did not match up, in my opinion. I don't think the voices matched up well. Maybe I was just biased because I'd heard the original dubbing, but that's just not what I thought any of them should sound like in English, me personally. Damien Haas, I actually do not recognize that name. I'm pretty bad with names, honestly, of just like actors, voice actors, celebrities in general. You could, also how they look, like, gosh, it's so bad. My siblings like kind of a film buff, right? And so they know like all the actors' names and what they've been in. And then I'm over here and I'm like, huh? Like we saw the FNAF movie, and Matthew Lillard was in it. I didn't even know who that was previously, and they were so shocked. And then they started showing me a bunch of pictures of Matthew Lillard, and I was like, some of these don't look like the same guy. And we were having like a low-key argument about like a lighthearted argument, but about if Matthew Lillard had a distinctive face or not. So Smosh, okay, I've heard of Smosh at least. You're not going back to music there. Solidarity. We actually, my family have a game called Cinephile. We have a game called Cinephile, and the entire point of this game is to know actors and what movies they've been in. I don't really play this game. I don't really partake because I know nothing. I know nothing. I get like 3 cards and that's it. I usually just sit there and play a video game. I'm like, I'll hang out with y'all, but I'm not playing this game because it's just frustrating for me because I really don't know anything. He's a member of Smosh? Okay, alright. I don't really know any Smosh videos. I know it was like a big thing a little while back when they like came back or something, or like bought their rights back. I don't know. You would simply be surprised how many things I have not heard of, have not seen, and do not know about, to be honest. I was very much sheltered from the internet though when I was younger. So I did miss out on like a lot of things, and then hearing about them after the fact, you're obviously still gonna be like missing things. Even like I thought that I knew like a good number of vines, at least like the popular ones, and then a member of chat quizzed me in a different stream and I did so bad. I think I knew like one of the ones that they mentioned, and then there was like another one that I was like, after the fact that I watched it, I was like, oh, that sounds kind of familiar, but I wouldn't have guessed that. But stop. I was like, someone who knows less than me about the internet, crazy and impossible. 2 bros sitting in a hot tub because I'm not getting, no, literally, that one I know. I didn't even actually know that was a Vine for the longest time. My friends just did it, and I was like, LOL, internet stuff. I was like, teehee, internet stuff. So silly goofy. Wowie. No, I was like wide-eyed here for a second. I was like, did you just ask what Vine is? I was like, blitz. Whoa there. Like, hey, safe space. If you know nothing about internet and meme history, you're in the right place. You're simply just in the correct place for that. No, not me. Not me. Not at all. Like, I have bits and pieces of knowledge, but that's about it. Back in my day, no, literally, I feel like an old person sometimes. Also, it's like, I'm like the youngest in my family, and so in a lot of ways, I've just been dubbed the technology expert and like the internet expert, and it's like, I literally don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just doing my best. That doesn't mean I have any clue what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, I usually just look up a video tutorial and then do what the video tutorial says, and then it's like, oh, you're a genius! You know technology so well! And I'm like, I just watched a video, Mom. I'm like, Mom, it wasn't that hard. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. My sibling, too, gets that a lot, that it's like, because they know, like, film equipment, somehow it's become they just know technology in general. And it's like, that's just not how it works. That's just not how it works, unfortunately. I don't know how to break that news to some of the older people in my family. OG Ben 10? I'm afraid I don't. I'm afraid I don't. I actually never watched any Ben 10 at all. I know what Ben 10 is, okay? I know what Ben 10 is. I know that. But I didn't actually ever watch it. So. Didn't, Tara Strong voice Ben 10 at some point? Because she voiced everything back in the day. Maybe she still does. I'm not as plugged into, children's animation as I used to be. Yeah. I actually, the other day, I was like, yeah, I like to, you know, keep up to date on the animation industry. And it's like, yeah, this is somewhat true. But it's like, I don't know. I was very much just a Disney Channel kid, to be honest. There was a lot of, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon shows that I simply wasn't allowed to watch. So I was very much a Disney Channel kid. Actually, recently I've been watching a lot of Phineas and Ferb. I still fucking love that show. That show is so good. That show is timeless. And oh my gosh. I literally just figured out why they're, like, playing season 1 episodes on XD. It's because they're rebooting it. It's because they're rebooting Phineas and Ferb. That makes a lot of sense. They're probably trying to drum up hype. Which, I think they should leave things be. I think things are good, and then they just need to be let be. You can let something have its moment and just let it be good and not bring it back. You don't need to make everything into sequels and live action remakes. That's my hot take of the day. No, like 99% of Cartoon Network shows I was not allowed to watch. Literally, honestly, as you should. Phineas and Ferb, my childhood. I love Phineas and Ferb. Literally, watching the episodes, I'm surprised at how well I remember the lyrics to the songs. I'm like, this is really just in my brain. I was able to say some of the jokes, like, as they were happening, like, in time with the characters, and it's like, why is this in my brain still? Your emoji, nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even think I don't really think I have a favorite character from Phineas and Ferb or anything. It's just such a good, funny, like, wholesome show. And I feel like it has a charm that's very hard to find, because the humor is honestly, in a lot of ways, especially earlier on, I think, very random. It's just so random, and it's just good. It's just funny. There's no greater thing behind it. It's just about having fun and living day by day, and it works. And I think they should have let it be. I don't think they should reboot it. I hope I'm pleasantly surprised with the reboot, but I think they should have let it be. No, literally, my singular brain cell pops off when it comes to remembering Phineas and Ferb moments, I guess. No, literally, the show is just so good. I think in general, a lot of the later episodes, the highlight was kind of Perry and Doofenshmirtz. But like in general, is just such a good show. I haven't seen, it's red, white, blue, yellow, right? Those are the colors. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. One of my friends likes that one a lot, but I unfortunately don't have any opinions on it. My favorite song from Phineas and Ferb, though, is honestly asking a lot. Obviously, Gitchy Gitchy Goo is, like, iconic, classic. Everyone, like, I feel like everyone loves that one. But also that one, like, bully breakup song that Baljeet and Buford had. Like, I like, strangely liked that one a lot for some reason. Okay, no, is that one on my list? I wanted to say it was on my list, and I'm like, actually, I don't think it is. So I'll add that one to my list, too. Squirrel in My Pants. I actually was just watching that episode, like last night, I think. Squirrel in My Pants is good. Yeah. I liked a lot of the ones from, like, that, like, Around the World special, or, like, I don't remember what it was actually. What was that special called? Ugh, my brain. I'm too focused on the fruit. Busted is obviously, no, yeah, the Rubber Band song. That one was good too. Obviously, that one is in my head. Yeah. It's because it had like a special name. It had a special name, and all I can think of is the final song where they're like thinking of not where they're singing like Carpe Diem, and the special wasn't called Carpe Diem, but then that's the only thought that's in my head. And then the other thing that I was thinking is Summer Doesn't Last Forever, but I think that's just a line that they said in the special. So it's all the information. It's honestly, I think I remember a lot of the earlier things better than the later ones. I think I remember season 1 and season 4 the best, to be honest. But I really liked that special overall was good. And then there's the movie, of course, the Across the Second Dimension. And they've already rebooted Phineas and Ferb. Can they leave it alone before they ruin it? Because they made that movie a hot minute ago. The Candace one. And it was like, we've already seen Candace in space, to be honest. We've already seen that. That was another good one and song, the I'm the Queen of Mars one. That one was good. Welcome to Tokyo! Yes. That was like low-key before I even knew what anime was. Another one of the episodes that I was watching last night or 2 nights ago or something, it was the one where they like make like an animation studio in the backyard, and I realized that their show was like very anime inspired, and I was like, I literally didn't even know what anime was when I first watched this show. That's crazy. Beach episode, yes. It's a backyard beach. Guys. That one, classic. That's one of the really early ones, I think. Also, apparently, when I was younger, I said Jeremy, like Jeremy. I guess that's an important fact that you should know about me that I brought it up. I think it's like low-key a core memory, because I remember being kind of, like, my siblings, like, kind of teased me for it. And, like, every time he came on screen, they were like, Jeremy, and I'm like, stop! I'm young, I can't speak well. No, I was old enough to be able to say it properly. I just, for some reason, thought it was said like Jeremy. Apparently. That's how the story goes. Yeah. Honestly, now that I think about it, there really was, like, actually there was some character arcs and, like, semblance of continuity across the whole show. Because Candace and Jeremy were not, I'm really so freaked out. I'm literally saying it. I'm like, what if I accidentally call him Jeremy now? But yeah, Candace and Jeremy were not a couple when the show started, but like they were by the end. God, a lot can change in one summer. A lot can change in one summer, I guess. You know, another song that I think I remember pretty well is from one of the Christmas specials where they're like, where did we go wrong? That one. Yeah. What about the Halloween specials? You remember the Halloween specials? Because some of them were really good and some of them were forgettable. In my humble opinion, like, I think the one, it was like low-key a spoof of how the Simpsons has like whatever, like Treehouse of Horror or something, or like House of Horror, whatever it is. And then Phineas and Ferb did that too, where they had like the 3 different stories or whatever. Like those, it was fine. It was fine. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I think I remember the one where like they're like telling a story or something, and it's like a Frankenstein kind of story with Perry, but then Candace is like, I'm gonna call the mob, or I'm gonna call mob, and it was like an angry mob instead of mom. Like that's kind of funny. Okay, I think I fully lied before, because I think that the song that I actually remember best, and maybe it's not really a lie, maybe it's not even really the full song, but the one where they make ice cream on the moon, and then I really don't even know if this happens in the main episode or if it just happens at the end credits, when they're like, we don't have Rocky Road, it's not that we don't like it, we left the marshmallows at home, and like, I blame Baljeet. Like that was so random. Like it's random. It's funny. But yeah, that one was like, we got chocolate, vanilla, but we don't have Rocky Road. Yeah, that song I remember fairly well. Actually, that one kind of comes into my head randomly sometimes. Again, for no apparent reason. It's just there. Suddenly, it's just there. I don't know. Yeah. But it's good memories. Okay, the opening, honestly, I didn't even think of that as like a potential answer to the question, but the opening is so iconic. If you, like, low-key, if you don't know the Phineas and Ferb theme song, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Because it's iconic. There's only 104 days of summer vacation before school comes along just to end it. It just like speeds through the entire theme song. No, but absolute bop. Another episode that stands out in my mind is I'm pretty sure it's the first Time Machine episode where they go back with the dinosaurs. Swinter, that, I don't know if that one's actually what that episode's called, but that song where it's like it's a Swinter Wonderland, like that one, that's in there decently. Oh, also like, what are those things even called? Trade meat? Swap meat? The swap meat episode is in my head well enough, I'd say. I love a good swap meat episode. Swinter, yes. Guys, it's getting cold where I live, and it's too cold, and I don't like it. Also, it was raining. I went out to get dinner earlier, and I really had to walk back to my apartment because I literally wasn't even out of the apartment building yet, but I had to walk back to like my actual room to go and get a rain jacket because I did not realize it started raining. It really was not that big of a deal, but I don't know. I did splash in puddles on my way back though, so that was nice. Yeah, trade meat. There we go. Hopefully, I don't know if that's what it's called. Swap meat, trade meat, I don't know. It's been raining here too. Like, I think it was several weeks back now. It was like constantly raining. Constantly. It was awful. And then it stopped. Thankfully. Hasn't been as bad, but yeah, it did rain today, which honestly I'm not surprised. I was surprised when I was out earlier and it wasn't raining, so it was so overcast, and I was like, seems like it's gonna rain, but it's not raining, so it must be fine. And I didn't think to check the weather when I went out for dinner. But also, when I went out for dinner, I was like not rushing out the door, but I was trying to get out the door quickly because I knew that I wanted to stream tonight, which is why I didn't like post it on a schedule or anything or say it officially until like right before I started, because I just wasn't sure if I was actually gonna be able to do it. And it was like, it's fine, I'll pack at 1 a.m. Who cares? So I was trying to get that done. I showered. I had some laundry that I wanted to do before I leave. So, yeah. Like, okay, honestly, I don't mind the rain that much if I can be inside. If I can be inside, it's nice. If I have to go out, I don't like it. I don't like it because then I'm cold and I'm wet. If it's really pouring, and I've had some times when I've had to walk in like pouring rain, like the kind where it's like windy too, so like even an umbrella isn't really helping you that much. It's not good, especially if your pants aren't like a dark color. It's very obvious you were out walking in the rain. Very obvious. Yeah, it's fine. But that's when I don't like the rain, is when I have to be out in it. If I can stay inside, fine. Rain all you want. Give me a little thunderstorm while I'm inside even. And like nice little like cozy environment. It's thunderstorming, you're in bed, you're by a fire or whatever, curl up with a book or something. That's nice. Alright, well that's good at least, that it's like, it's better now. At least it's better now. I think I have some fond memories of it raining at least, just from like splashing in puddles, which is probably why I felt the need to splash in puddles on my walk back from dinner. I have one, like, I want to say very specific, but somewhat specific, yet also somewhat hazy memory from being younger, and it was like splashing in the puddles of a parking lot of a restaurant, and then like we went home and we played with glow sticks. And it was, I want to say it was around Halloween. I don't think it was not on Halloween, but it was around Halloween. It was not like a super specific memory. It's like a semi-specific memory. That's why I feel like a lot of my memories, I have like details, but then also a lot of it is hazy. Yeah, that's fair. I liked going out in sun showers. If it's sunny and it's raining, that is peak. That is peak weather, to be honest. It's on, I don't know, there's something so majestic about it. It almost feels hopeful, like low-key, like that it's sunny and it's still raining. And then that rain tends to not be cold, so it's nice and refreshing and fun to dance around in your back garden. Like, me personally, that's what I think. There was one time my sibling and I went outside to dance in a sun shower, and then like our mom got mad at us because we were getting all wet, and it was like, we'll be fine. Like, it's fine. It's good. It's fine. Watching the movie. Yeah, no, it is. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. As long as I don't have to walk in it. Give me, honestly, I literally straight up would not mind walking in the sun shower. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd get soaked. I'd go outside on purpose without a jacket to walk in the sun shower. maybe not, depending on what I had to do. Yeah, but I do love it. So how do we feel about snow? Chat, how do we feel about snow? I have mixed feelings. It's pretty at first, and then it just gets slushy, and it just gets in your boots and in your shoes. You don't know what snow is? Do you live somewhere warm then? You must. It's like I said, it's nice for a little bit, and then it's not nice. And later on in the winter, when you're having snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm, that also means it's super, super cold all the time, probably. And it's slushy, and it's wet. Bleh. Okay. It was kind of a flex. No, I think if you haven't experienced snow at least once, you need to go experience it once. And then you can be done with it. But I think you should experience it once. My thing is, like, I would move somewhere that's, like, warmer year-round. But my favorite season is actually fall. Like a good fall weather. When it's actually just nice and like crisp. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Unfortunately, where I live, I don't get very much of that anymore. Like when I was younger, I got like a nice fall, you know, month or so. And now it just gets cold so fast. It'll be like hot, 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 hot. Here's like your 3 days of fall. Cold, 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 cold. It's like, what? Huh? Maybe when it's like super hot, when you're in like September, like where I live. That's what my experience is these years. Is like, it's super hot, it cools down for a couple days, and it feels like you're heading towards fall weather, and then it just gets super hot again. Until you actually hit like your week or two of fall, and then you get winter. Oh, okay, alright. So you've had your one snow experience, so enjoy your island life. You've got the okay. You've got the okay from Honey to go enjoy your island life if you've experienced snow one time. No, I mean, yeah, I might move one day to somewhere that's warmer year round. It's just like, the only thing that I really miss is the fall. I don't think I'd miss winter that much. It's just, I don't know. So maybe I gotta find somewhere that's like a happy medium, where it's like not summer all the time, but it's not every winter. Maybe that's really what I gotta do. Maybe, I don't know. You won't miss winter or fall? Listen, fall is nice. Fall is my favorite. Fall is my favorite. Fall is so cozy. Fall is the epitome of cozy, in my opinion. It's the best weather-wise also, because spring leans more on the hot side, and I'm gonna be honest, I like overheat really easily, so it's not fun for me, especially like in the summers. But I don't want to, which is the other issue about me moving somewhere warm year-round, is I don't fare well in the heat. I don't have as much appetite, and I like feel lightheaded in the heat for like not even that long amounts of time. I just like feel sick in the heat. Like it's really bad because it gets really hot in the summer where I live, like sometimes. Like not for long, but there'll be days where it's like in the 90s. And I don't do well. If I'm outside for like more than 5 minutes, I'm like falling apart at the seams. No, literally. Okay, but see, that's part of why fall is the best, is the fashion, because it's so cozy. And the leaves are pretty. Leaves are pretty, that's another plus. And then like I said, for me personally, it is just the best weather because it's not too hot and it's not too cold, and it's the only weather I actually do well in, except I do have minor allergies. But I'll take a stuffy nose for fall weather. I'd rather have a stuffy nose in the fall than in the spring, because I get it both. But the fall is better because at least I like the weather and I like the fashion. But yeah, send summer back to where it came from. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Cardigan, okay, so fun story about a cardigan. My sibling bought a cardigan, and I loved it so much. The first time I ever saw them wear it was Christmas, like 3 years ago. And I loved it so much, and I was like, you wanna lend that to me? Because they were talking about like, they're like the opposite of me. It's like weird because I tend to run cold, but I overheat very easily. They're just hot all the time. It's crazy. They're like a living furnace. It's crazy. But so they were talking about how like they were kind of warm, and so I was like, oh, you want to let me wear that cardigan? And they ended up doing that, and I just loved it so much. And as soon as I put it on, they were like, okay, it kind of suits you better though. Like it kind of just suits your vibe so well. And I was like, I'm just saying. And so I borrowed it for like a long period of time. And then I low-key stole it, and then they kind of stole it back. And then eventually, we worked out a deal, and I paid $15 for it, and now it's mine. And it's literally sitting on the back of the chair that I'm in right now, in case I get chilly while streaming. But it's actually really warm in this room right now, so I don't think that's gonna happen. See, how is that? Because I'm cold all the time. Like, I don't even think I have poor circulation or anything, but my feet are always cold. I'm like always wear socks because of that. thank you. It's like, it's literally, do you know that one Bugs Bunny meme from a few years back where it was like or something with like the communist flag in the background? We literally like made that meme where it was like our cardigan. And that was literally how we'd refer to it, except sometimes I'd call it my cardigan, and it fully was not mine at that point. It was my siblings. Whoopsie, oopsie. But this is just how, I'm the youngest, and I think that when you're the youngest, you're just supposed to steal your siblings' clothes, to be honest. Because my sister had this, like, cape. I don't even know, like, cape, jacket, blanket thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It was super soft. And my sibling stole that briefly because it was comfy. So it's just a cycle. It's a cycle. Hamilton, nice. I'm a bit of a theater kid. I used to be a theater kid, and I say, once a theater kid, always a theater kid. You never truly escape. Ever. So, I don't really keep up with what's going on in Broadway nowadays, but from back in my heyday, I do know a few things. I've performed a bit too, but it's been a minute since I've performed. Your cousins had some? See, they were so comfy, and I was a little too small to actually even steal it at that point, which is why my siblings stole it. I probably would have. Sometimes now I see my sister, and I don't see her that often. I'll be seeing her Thursday and Friday, I think, for Thanksgiving. But I don't see her that often anymore. She's got a life, and I've got, you know, somewhat of a life, I guess. But she's older. She's more adult than I am, and yeah, when I do see her, sometimes she's got the comfiest sweaters on. I just want to steal them. Okay, about 40 plus times is crazy. Twice live? I never saw it live. I only ever saw it on Disney Plus, but I did have the soundtrack looped for a good like 3 months. Little while ago. More than a while ago. It's more than a little while ago. It was a while ago. Back at like the height of its popularity. I was even a little late getting into it, honestly. But yeah. See, the thing is, she's wearing them, and when I see her, it's usually just for like a day or something, and so she never takes it off, and so I can't just like grab it. So, oopsie. Honestly, valid. I think I actually somehow developed stage fright later on. So the thing that I did was theater camp. My grade school didn't have like a theater program, and I did theater camp in the summer, which was fine. I did it for several years, but also the older I got, low-key the worse I got at singing and dancing. I can act fine. Honestly, like, I don't really have issues with acting. It's singing and dancing. I don't know if you guys see on Twitter those like duet things where it's like, oh, sing with me, we'll do a little duet, whatever, and then you like clip yourself doing the other part. That's what I was recording earlier. I don't know if I'm actually gonna post it. I did finish it, but like listening back to it, I'm like, I really just can't sing. And it's like, is it fine? I guess, maybe. But there's like a reason that I stopped performing. There is a reason I stopped performing, and then I did stage crew. I did stage crew for a while, so it's still like part of theater. I was doing just the behind the scenes stuff though. The greatest musical to watch on. It does seem very I don't know, like very like it would be very engaging to watch live, I guess, because there's only so much a recording can do for live things. Like in general, concerts, theater, whatever. There's only so much a recording can do. I think my favorite thing that I saw live, and it's a little teeny bit of an obscure one if you're not really into theater, The Great Comet of 1812. It's based on like 70 pages of War and Peace. It's really good. It was really interesting. You actually, well, not all the seats, but some of the seats were actually quite literally on the stage And so the ensemble and some of the main cast, depending on the song, would interact with the people sitting like on the stage. So that was actually really cool. That was a really cool experience. I also got a pierogi. They were handing out pierogies before the show, and I got one. So that's my story. But yeah, it was really fun. It was it's a good experience. Yeah, that was probably my favorite one to see live, honestly, because I've seen a good few of them. Yeah, honestly, by the time I hit high school, I was entirely behind the scenes. My high school had like a morning announcement show, so instead of just going over the PA and doing it, we went live, and I did behind the scenes stuff for that, which my siblings and I all went to the same high school, so when my sister was there, and I'm like 6 years younger than her. And so when she first got there and I learned about this, I was like, haha, I'm gonna do that. And then by the time I got there, I did do it. I just did behind the scenes. And previously, I'm pretty sure I wanted to like actually like anchor on it. It also got lamer by the time I was there. Like it was not as involved or as well produced. Actually, okay, all right, maybe I'll post it. Maybe I'll post it and then take that. If anyone posts the hate comment, I'm gonna take it down. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I might be, but I put the time into editing it. I don't know. It's like the more I listened to it, the more I disliked it. So I was like, if everyone only listens to it one time and then leaves it be, it's fine. Oh, this is a whole country. We went live on YouTube, or like it was embedded in our school's website, I want to say maybe. It was one of those. I know we uploaded it to YouTube afterwards. So technically the first time I ever uploaded a YouTube video, it was in high school for a morning announcement show. Which honestly, low-key, I think kind of bolstered my confidence when it came to streaming, because I was like, it's not like I have completely zero experience with this kind of techie stuff. Oh, county. See, I'm illiterate. No, I'm not. I can read sometimes, every once in a while. County makes way more sense. I was like, the country is crazy. Like, that'd be crazy. Yeah, county makes sense. But that also, okay, that makes a lot of sense because I think some schools and like school districts and towns or whatever, from my understanding of it, some towns are like very heavily involved with their school and like especially with high schools, like they just have so much school spirit for the high school. I think that tends to be smaller towns, but I went to a private school, so I didn't have that. I hated I hated high school. High school sucked. I'm not gonna lie. I did not have a good time. The only thing that I liked was stage crew, and I only liked that for 2 years of doing it, because once I was a stage manager, it was a living nightmare. Because the director was not good at communicating, and like, there was like whole drama, like I've literally talked about, guys, I'm so traumatized from stage crew. I talk about this like every stream, I swear to God. If you weren't part of the morning announcement show, you technically had to watch it, but people just didn't pay attention. The teachers would put it on, and people would just not pay attention, which is crazy that I put in so much work making sure the sound levels were good and everything, and people just wouldn't watch. Tennis? Ooh, I think my school didn't have a tennis team until like my last year or my last 2 years there or something. Or unless it was the other way around, we had a tennis team and then it got disbanded because they lost people. Either way, I'm pretty sure only 2 years of me being there was there a tennis team. Not that I played. I'm not very athletic. But yeah, we were kind of lacking in the sports department. Our women's volleyball was really good in high school. All the other women's sports got totally overlooked and ignored. And then they like to promote football, even though our team was like ass all but 1 year. Like my freshman year, because all the seniors were really good. Like the school went far. And actually for the morning announcement show, the principal of our school like edited like this whole like montage together that we had to play, and it was like 10 minutes. It was crazy. Keyboarding class is crazy. In high school, I had keyboarding class in grade school, and they called it computer class, but it was literally just typing. We just typed. Assuming you mean like computer keyboard and not like keyboard the instrument. If you mean keyboard the instrument, my bad. Oh, okay, that's sick. What esports was it? My school is not that cool. I think the coolest thing my school had in terms of video games was we had a Super Smash Bros. Club. Well, we were honestly lacking in the club department too. There were some clubs, but they would never meet, honestly. Most of them never met. Yeah, my high school was low-key a mess. Like, low-key, just a tiny little bit. It was interesting. It was a time for sure. Yeah, no, see, because I went to private school. I went to private school, like, my whole life. Parents, why did you do that to me? Sometimes I wonder if that's part of why I'm not, like, as well socially adjusted as I could be, was because I don't have any of the public school experiences. League of Legends! Nice. I know some people who play that. I don't play it myself, but I do know some people who do. See, at least you had, but okay, the thing that I'm torn about is like, I feel like maybe it's jarring if you've been in private school your whole life and then switch to public. I know a lot of people do private for like up until middle school and then switch, because at that point, private schools often don't have as good math programs. That's what I remember, but no. I was kept in private school the whole time. I didn't really have a say in that. Part. It was like a long commute too. Like, it could have been worse. And there were people who did have it worse to get to high school, the same high school that I was in. But it was like 45 minutes. And that was not taking the bus. That was driving. So like taking the bus was worse. See? But I feel like you have more universal experiences. Emerald, you have more universal experiences, because people will talk about things from public school and I'm just like, well, you know, I actually don't relate because I didn't have that. Also, no, honestly, low-key, I think my schools just sucked because extracurriculars were just trash. Extracurriculars were trash. All of our money, well, my grade school closed a few years after I graduated from it, so that was obviously just having issues. And then like my high school, all the money went into like repairing the roof, getting like floodlights on the football field, and then sports, because they loved sports. The end. Yeah. Okay, technically mine was like a college preparatory school. Technically, and I say that because up until like my last year, second to last year, something like that, they didn't actually have preparatory school in the name. It was just high school. But then they changed it to preparatory school, and the acronym like low-key sucked then, with the PS at the end. It was not good. I don't know why they changed it, because we were technically a preparatory school anyway. Also not a sports person. It was so frustrating being in the arts and it just having sports shoved in my face all the time. Literally, it was mainly just the football and the basketball team. And again, football was only good my freshman year. I can admit that. They did well. And then after that, it was not good, and baseball was like never good, and those were just the two sports that the principal liked. So that was it. And then women's volleyball got attention just because they like came in like second or third or first like for the championship like every year. I think we actually had 3 women's volleyball teams. I want to say we had a freshman team and a JV team and a varsity team, but also I may fully be lying and it may have just been JV and varsity. And I might just be thinking there was a freshman team because I knew a lot of people on the team in freshman year. See, that makes sense. That makes sense, because I feel like a lot of broadcasting stuff has just become synonymous with sports, because I guess it's just a large part of the industry. Yeah. See, like, we had options, though, to go and do things at universities, like, to help prep, but our high school just offered a lot of things, like, a lot of, like, things that would just give you credit for college. And again, academics were fine. They couldn't keep any good teachers, I'll tell you that much. Any of the good teachers left. But yeah, extracurriculars sucked, so. Tennis, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. I think we had tennis at some point. I don't know that we had it all years. We had golf at some point, because that was the other sport that our principal really liked, was golf. We had softball. I don't know if I said volleyball. Only women's volleyball. Baseball, women's and men's. I think the only thing that we had women's and men's team of was basketball, and then maybe tennis when that was a thing. Maybe. Yeah, I think we actually knew someone on the golf team. Crazy story, because, like, I kind of liked this guy, right? Mainly because he seemed interested in me first, not gonna lie, because I was not interested in him, and then, like, he seemed interested in me, and I was like, oh, I don't, like, we had, like, a little kind of thing going, but it didn't actually go anywhere, but then also I found out he was on the golf team, and I was low-key turned off from him then. I was like, golf, huh? They, like, all played golf at some point. That's crazy. Listen, the people on the golf team at my school were just of a certain kind, and this kid was honestly fine. Guys, I tell you, I think it's gonna be crazy if the one that got away in my entire life was some guy that I was on stage crew with in high school, but, like, low-key, might have been. It just didn't go anywhere. It wasn't good timing. Because I met him in my senior year, and he was a year younger than me. So we were just, like, in different places in life and everything, and then stage crew ended, and I was focused on, like, college, finishing college prep and stuff, and he was, like, just getting started on college prep. So it was not the right timing. But also he played golf. So maybe, I don't know. Like, maybe my prejudice against golf just held true. No, I've never really actually been in a relationship, just with the fictional men and women in my head. It's fine. But that's life. Yeah, that is. The only thing I think that I get, like, kind of sad with about him is that, like, because I said earlier, like, I really didn't care if I had a relationship or not in high school, and I didn't. But also sometimes I do feel like I kind of missed out. But then also I think it's just from, I don't think I actually really missed out on anything. I think it's just that, like, idealized kind of, like, young love sort of thing from media that's not actually gonna ever be true, or in most cases isn't gonna be true. But yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing, was I wanted my teen summer romance moment, I guess. No, as you should be. See, that's what I'm just gonna tell myself from now on, actually, is that I'm the one that got away. I think that's how I cope. Waifus and husbandos can live rent-free, and they do. Everyone drop your number one waifu or husbando in the chat. Who are you simping for right now? Who is it? For me, it's Dottore from Genshin Impact, constantly, literally all the time. I think about him so much. I love him so much. He's just an evil little man, and I love him. Yeah. But yeah, drop your number one fictional crush in the chat right now. Get people on board on the simp train. No, I haven't found, like, a new character to simp for in a while, if I'm gonna be fully honest. I don't know if it's just because I love Dottore so much, but even if I did, I could have, like, lesser ones. There's just, no one's been doing it for me in anything I've watched recently. Also, I think part of it is I'm getting older, and a lot of the characters are younger. So, I think just the way I engage with it might be changing, too. You don't have one? It's fine. It's okay. It's alright. You're allowed to not have a fictional crush. It's okay. Oh yeah, you're good, you're good, you're good. Nice, Amber's cute. Amber's cute. She is. I like her little like headband, makes her look kind of bunny-ish. Yeah, actually I don't have very much Genshin merch. I have Tartaglia's vision on my keychain, and oh, I have a Lumine Funko Pop, and I have like, this isn't merch, but I drew like a Chibi Dottore on my whiteboard, and oh, I have an official, or I think it's technically just an Electro Mondstadt vision, but I think it's technically a 5-star one, so it's really not official, but I love official. She's my girl, so I like to think it's official. Okay, so you have Lumine, Aether, and Paimon, right? Because those are the 3 they came out with, I think. Your Shrine of Mori from Halloween yet? Honestly, real. I don't have any VTuber merch. I tried to order some once, and then like there was an issue with shipping, and I would have had to pay $30 to get it shipped again, and it wasn't in the budget because it got sent like all the way back to Japan, and I cried because I really wanted it. And I did lose out on some money, but I simply like, I was like, I just can't do $30 again. So it was like money that I already spent essentially that I just lost. But it's like, but I wasn't planning on having that money. I was planning on having the $30 so I couldn't get it shipped again. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I'm quite upset that I don't have any VTuber merch. But yeah, Amber's cute. Amber's cute. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I think if I ever get to the point of having merch, I'll be happy, to be honest. Because ideally I'd like to be able to do this full time. It feels like a pipe dream right now, but that's why I'm getting started. That's why I'm working on it. I'm not as much into Halloween. I watched some Hollow Stars. I know they just had their new debuts. I also just haven't been watching as many streams recently because like streaming myself, like I didn't realize just how much time it was gonna take up. Yeah. Shut up and take my money. No, literally, Honey Merch 1, listen guys, listen. One day, hopefully. One day. I don't know. I literally haven't even thought that far, to be honest. It's just something that in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'd want merch. I'd want merch. I want that, but I haven't thought of any like specific thing that I would like make. Like what, t-shirts? Just a t-shirt with my PNG. A t-shirt with my PNG T-posing. That's it. That's gonna be my merch. Yeah, I'm literally like constantly doing stuff for this. Like, I also think, I guess technically, really what it is at the end of the day is how much time you want to put into it. Because if streaming in general, if it's something that you really want to do, it's gonna take up a lot of time. If it's something you want to do as a hobby, maybe it's not going to take up as much time. But I want this to be a thing for me. Like I want this to be a thing for me. And luckily, I'm being met with a lot of support from people in my life, so that it's something I can start doing at this point. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It gives me newfound appreciation, you know? Like, I knew there was a lot going on behind the scenes anyway, especially for, like, a lot of the bigger names in the VTubing world, but really brings it to light. Yeah, no, real. I think about it all the time, too. It's like, if I get a free second, like, my head's probably going to be on what I want to make next, or what I want to do next, because I fully have like 2 post-it notes stuck by my PC of things to look into, because like there's a lot that I just run into blind with streaming in terms of the technical aspects. So there's a lot of that I still need to work on, need to look into. What else? I do like all my art and overlays and stuff myself because I don't have a budget. I don't have a budget. So if I want something, I have to make it myself unless my sibling offers to make something for me. But they quite literally offered to like draw and try to learn to rig, and then that just didn't ever happen. So like, but they're busy too. Like obviously they're busy too. They also have a life. So it's fine. It's really fine. But yeah, you're still running blind. Okay, so that makes me feel better. Broke streamers unite. Literally. It's I saw a post the other day on Twitter that it was like small streamer starter pack, and it was like 10 plus art raffles today. Quite literally a picture of the mic that I'm using now. I felt so called out, but also so seen. It was crazy. But I don't enter like that many art raffles, but I do enter some. There's some riggers who are having like giveaway raffles, and I want to enter. I just don't know that I'm actually gonna have the art done, so I'm waiting for that. Because again, I just talked to my sibling again recently, and supposedly they're gonna get started on doing art soon for live 2D model. And so then I just need to find someone to rig it. But I'm probably gonna try a couple of giveaway raffles first. Yeah. Running blind for 3 years? Okay, I've been running blind for like 3 weeks. So if you can do it for 3 years, I think I'm good. I think I'll be good. I'll continue to run blind with you. Yeah, I do. I got hit really hard yesterday with them for some reason. And I get so nervous about it too, because I'm like, if this is a real person, I don't want to be rude and not respond or block them or something. And sometimes it's like hard for me to tell because I'm still like kind of new to Twitter also, especially like using it like seriously and not just scrolling and liking maybe an occasional, retweet. But so it's very hard for me to tell sometimes when things are bots, especially like right off the bat. Yeah, me too. Because I get very worried. I'm like, well, what if this one happens to be a real person? Then I get worried because I don't want to be mean to anyone. It's like, it's my thing. Like I don't want to be mean. So I'm like, I don't know. But also at the same time, it's like, if you're just coming into my DMs and trying to solicit a commission from me, I think I'm just gonna start assuming you're a bot. Cause I got hit with like 15 yesterday. It was crazy. And I didn't even post anything saying that I like wanted graphics done. So I'm like, yeah. Even some of them, I'm still like, is this actually a bot or was that a real person? Like, I'm so confused. Cause it's like, bots, I feel like often have like a weird way of wording or something, like not perfect English. I don't want to say some of them have like a weird way of wording, but a lot of them are pretty good now, I feel, a lot of bots. And it's just like not perfect English. And so then it's like, well, what if this just is someone who doesn't speak English as their native language? I don't want to assume they're a bot just because their English isn't perfect. And it creates a whole dilemma for me. Oh, okay, well see, that's fine then. That's fine. I guess it worked out for her at the end of the day. But yeah, like I feel bad. I'd feel bad if I blocked or was rude to someone or ignored someone because I assumed they were a bot. I almost want to like put it in my bio and be like, just so they kind of have my bases covered of like, if you try to solicit a commission from me in my DMs, I'm going to assume you're a bot. Because like it was annoying yesterday having to deal with all that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, because like some of them with the follower accounts, like they have like a decent number of followers and like not like, I don't feel like an overinflated amount of how much they're following. I also look at the dates. If they were made the same month, I assume they're a bot. That I think is one of the red flags. But some of them have been around for like months and it seems, and they're like retweeting stuff. So I'm like, okay. But I think any of the ones that are like just constantly the same post of like 85 million hashtags and then like generic image, I'm assuming those ones are bots. Yeah, I hear you. Like, cause the thing is, like, my schedule, this overlay, like, I can do that myself. I can't draw. I would need an artist, which is, I have entered like a few of those giveaway raffles for art, and I have no hopes of winning. I think I've won about 1, maybe 2 things in my entire life. So I actually tied for musical chairs once in kindergarten. I think that gives you a summary of how my life goes. I tied in musical chairs. Yeah. You see if they have any of the same art across accounts. Yeah, I do. That's one thing that I look at. If they have art posted, I try to see if it's a similar style. If it's just random stuff, I'm like, okay, this is probably a bot. But it's hard, and then it's like time consuming, and then like I panic, and I'm like, I don't want to be mean to anyone. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna take a sip of water real quick. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot. I've thrown myself into the deep end in some ways with just how much I do not understand technology. Yeah, because at first I didn't even realize, because I have an old account that I've pretty much stopped using, because if I'm on Twitter, I'm probably doing things like for streaming. And I had like an old personal account, not for streaming. And I think some of the people who followed me over there, now that like I am more aware that bots are a thing on Twitter, I'm like, actually I think those ones are probably bots. So, yeah. That's just how it goes. See, I'm used to Tumblr bots, and those are very obvious. That's very obviously a bot on Tumblr. Twitter, it's a bit harder to tell, in my opinion. In my opinion. Me personally. That's what I find. Alright, I think this next one is probably gonna be my last game, and then I should probably actually pack. Also, I haven't exiled my roommate from the room. I told them like, oh, you can be in here if you want while I'm streaming. Like, I prefer if you're not, if you have to. But they also need to pack to go home, and so we both got to pack, and so I feel bad because I'm pretty sure they're out in the living room. Because they were out, but I think they're just out in the living room now. So I'm probably gonna do this final round. Maybe get Suika. Maybe. Who knows? Might happen. And then I'm probably gonna log off so that I can. So I gotta get up early because my sibling's picking me up at 9:30 a.m., which I usually leave myself an hour to get ready, so that's 8:30. And I also have to like take out the trash and like stuff. So now I'm like, leave some extra time for that. I've made such a decision. Just need to buy clothes all the time. No, literally, because the thing is, when I say trip, I'm literally I'm going to my parents' house. I'm going to my parents' house for Thanksgiving, right? I have clothes there. I don't think I have enough clothes. I don't think I have enough clothes that I currently like to wear there, that or things that would still fit me, but I do have clothes there, so. I have like some other things too, like soap and whatever, but. So like, there's some things I don't need to pack, but I'm not mentally prepared to pack, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm literally sitting here and I'm like, what things do I need to bring with me? Because I'm gonna be there for almost a week. It's like, I guess more like half a week by the time I actually get there. And now I'm like, I'm like, what things do I actually need? What do I have there? What do I need to pack? I'm not ready. No, literally, I pack last minute. It's so bad. And then I go to bed late. It's like I have to get up early so I can get to the place I need to be. And it's like, I don't do that with other responsibilities. It's literally just whenever I have to travel. I don't know. Is there a term for this? They should make a term for it, because I'm consistent with it. So it's a thing. It's fully a thing. But you know, you do probably need to know the time of your flight. That's the one thing. Then like maybe don't leave that to the last minute, finding out the time. Actually, I haven't flown since I think 2016. I've not flown. I don't like flying. I'm not a fan of it. Just me personally, a little scared of it. Also, I used to get bad motion sickness, so yeah. You know what I didn't get motion sickness doing was VR. I just did like, I participated in a study yesterday on VR and like olfactory senses. It was interesting. It was weird though because the guy didn't let me look at him like the entire time. Like I was facing like away from him with my back to him the entire time. It was weird. I did get to play Beat Saber though to get myself familiarized with VR since I hadn't used it before. So that was fun. It was fun. Otherwise it was okay, I guess. It was fine. I did, hold up, because I'm actually supposed to be compensated for participating in this study, and I was supposed to get my Amazon gift card emailed to me, and I'm fully checking my email right now to see if I got it. Come on, where is it? Okay, it's loading, my mail is loading. Yeah, no, I really liked it. It was like a demo round, a demo level. My gosh, was it long. It was a long level, but it was fun. No, it's only like $20, so I don't know what I'm actually gonna be able to get with it, but did he not send it? Did this guy not send it? Sir, I would like to be compensated for participating in your study. I literally signed a form. It said I would be compensated. God, if I have to remind this man, actually let me check my junk because I don't have him in my contacts. Actually, greatest fear is I wrote my email down wrong. I think that would be crazy. I think that'd be kind of crazy if I just fully put my email down wrong on the form and don't get the gift card. No, I'm gonna have to contact him, I guess, to try and get my gift card. Yeah, hopefully I spelled my name right. Hopefully I spelled my name right when I wrote my email down on the form. I don't know, I guess we'll see. If he doesn't send it tomorrow, I'll email him and be like, hi sir. Hi sir, or I'll see him will I see him next? I'll see him next week. I'd ask him next week, I guess, if I just want to talk to him in person. I'll have to think on that. Christmas sweater. Actually, I haven't had an ugly Christmas sweater in a minute. I had them when I was younger, but I haven't had one in a minute. I had one with like a llama on it, I think, and it had like a scarf or something, I don't know. Ugly Christmas sweaters were like really like a thing for a minute though. Do you remember that? Like I feel like they really had their moment in the limelight like probably a decade ago by now, but it was like ugly Christmas sweater parties, I feel like really became a thing. Like I'm sure they were a thing before then, but I feel like it was really like, it was like a cultural moment. It was a cultural moment. What lights up with cats? Oh my gosh, that sounds cute. Like they're ugly, but like quote unquote ugly, because like that's kind of cute. I think I had another one that it was like a DJ penguin or something. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. I think I had that at some point. Those are the only two I really remember though, to be honest. I don't know if I had other ones or not. Yeah. No, see, because my school had ugly Christmas sweater parties, and I think that's why I had them, was because to participate in the festivities. Yeah, anime ones, because I've definitely seen anime ones before. I see a lot of Star Wars ones also. Star Wars and Christmas. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Star Wars and Christmas. Apparently they go well together. Yeah, I definitely seen anime ones before. Yeah, I don't know, but like I said, I haven't actually had one in a minute. I think once my school stopped doing it, or like once I wasn't in school anymore, I didn't feel the need to buy more. Well, see, that's kind of rude of Twitch, but welcome back, Black Emerald. I don't know if you refreshed. It seems like it's fine on my end. Like, I haven't dropped any frames or anything. I think that's a good thing. And it still seems to be running, so. I only just had an update the app, so if you're on the app, maybe that was the issue. I'm not, I don't really know. Haven't dropped on your end, yeah. I don't know, might be a local thing because, I honestly, in the past, have watched a lot on YouTube, which is part of why I was intimidated by Twitch, because I haven't watched as much on Twitch, so I'm more familiar with YouTube, but I know sometimes YouTube just has, like, regional issues, so could have been that on Twitch's end. Uncertain. Yeah. What's your favorite holiday though? Because we're talking about ugly Christmas sweaters. It reminds me, like, I did used to have a lot of Christmas spirit. So several years I was all ready for Christmas. Now I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any strong feelings particularly towards Christmas anymore. If anything, I'm a little sad that I'm not as into Christmas as I used to be. Because I think about it. I think about loving it so much, about really feeling that Christmas cheer. And now I don't, and I'm like, bleh. Like, bleh. Yeah. Fishing the refresh? Well, welcome back on Twitch. Welcome back on Twitch, Emerald. Yeah, I don't know, technology. It was my one teacher, he was a bit on the older side, but he'd always be like, technology, can't live with it, can't live without it. But he said it in an Italian accent because he was from Italy. Yeah, I don't know, that is not relevant, but I'm not going to attempt to do his accent. So just imagine that in an Italian accent. Valentine's Day is such a unique answer though, honestly. I love that because I don't think anyone's ever answered with Valentine's Day when I've asked that question before. I've never had anyone on Valentine's Day. Just kidding, except that's not true. I was gonna say just kidding, I have my fictional characters and then I was like, maybe that sounds worse. I have my fan fiction for Valentine's Day. That's what I've got now. But like, it's fine. It's okay. It's cute, you know? It's a good month. February's a cute month. I think because it's a short month, it's a cute month. I don't know. I think Valentine's Day is cute because heart-shaped cookies also made red velvet, like, heart-shaped cookies one year. They're really good. So, Valentine's Day, it's a good mark in my book for that one. Big sucker for romance, honestly, Sam. Honestly, real. Like, sometimes the romance anime is a little too hard, and then I'm like, god damn it, I'm lonely now. Japanese White Day is cool. I think that we should implement that in the States. I think it should be implemented everywhere. Just because like one is mainly, because Valentine's Day is mainly the girls giving, and then like White Day the guys give back, or it's not necessarily, I think that's traditionally, but now it's like if you give chocolate to someone on Valentine's Day, they're supposed to give you a gift back on White Day. So like, yeah, reciprocate. We love it. We love to see it. I honestly don't know that I particularly have a favorite holiday these days. If anything, I want to say Halloween, but even that I'm not as into as I was when I was a kid. I don't know. One day I'm gonna get my holiday spirit back. One day. One of these days. One of them. Don't know which one, but one of them. But on that note, like I said, that was my last game, so I'm gonna start wrapping up now. Hallows Eve is your least fave? Fair enough. I grew up with my mom not liking Halloween. I don't know what your reasoning is. Her reasoning was like, I don't want kids coming to my door and begging for candy. And then also she's like, it's weird that like we're telling kids to accept candy from strangers. And I was like, low-key true. Low-key true. You're kind of right on that one, Mom. You get scared? Valid. I like Halloween and like the cute aspect of it. I don't like horror like at all. I'm such a scaredy cat. But I like all the cute aspects of it. So like, draw me a cute little ghost. I'm down for that. That's what I like. And also, I love like the entire time from like Halloween to Christmas, because that is prime Nightmare Before Christmas watching season. And I love that movie. It is one of my favorite movies ever. If you haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas, get on it. honestly, actually one of my roommates hasn't seen it, at least not all the way through, but she says that like stop motion like creeps her out low-key, and I'm like, well, get over it so we can watch the movie. But I do love that one, so yeah. You should watch Disney XD, or Disney and then laughing is maybe, I don't know, but yeah, that's valid. Yeah, alright, well, thank you for coming to today's stream. It was a little impromptu, but I enjoyed it nonetheless, and I don't know when I'll be on next. I'm going to be away until Sunday, so no streams this weekend, even though it's when I normally stream. I have a couple of clips that I can upload while I'm gone, so go and follow my YouTube for that one. And I might have a long form video to post on my YouTube, depending on if the editing gets done or not. So that'll be happening while I'm away, and then I might not be streaming again until like next weekend. I might try to stream next Tuesday though, just because I'll miss it. I think I'll miss it, because even now, like when I'm not streaming, I'm like, I should be streaming right now. Like, why am I not streaming right now? So yeah, just follow my Twitter for updates if you're not already. And yeah, that's about it. If you live in the States or anywhere where Thanksgiving's about to happen, have a good one. And I will see you when I get back from my trip on stream. And then also I'll still be very active on Twitter while I'm gone. So yeah, hope you have a good rest of your day. I can't wait to be with you again. Bye!